the conversation that began my journey of faith formation, or maybe it's better said, deformation. I don't like that word applied to myself, but perhaps it is the truth and I need to own it. Or perhaps it's something else and my task is to discover what. Regardless, that discussion about other gods and which God is the right God is the beginning of everything with faith in me. I know this in my gut, my heart, my brain, my soul. But the beginning of what exactly? A loss of faith? A planting of the seeds of so much doubt? A lifetime of it? Sometimes I'm able to look at that faith talk with my mother another way. Wonder if maybe instead of a loss, it is a gain. Instead of it beginning to unmake my faith, sending it awry, it started me on a path of my very own. That I should see it as the opening of a lifelong journey that will have me continually questioning what faith is, who God is, what it means to be a believer. People go entire lifetimes without ever thinking about their faith. I know this. They just have it without worry or complication, theirs to enjoy. Or perhaps theirs to ignore? But not me. I don't get to enjoy faith. I get to search for it, wish for it, long for it with every breath, every single day of my existence. Whereas people like my mother take leaps of faith like Olympian long jumpers, I am also an Olympian of sorts, yet not the good kind. I'm more like the athlete who keeps crumbling under pressure, walking right up to the edge of the high dive and choking, turning around and walking back, climbing down the ladder to the ground. All my life, I've gone back and forth on the diving board of faith, standing there in my ugly swimsuit and bathing cap, funny goggles on my face, curling my bare toes over the edge of the rough, narrow plank, swinging my arms, trying to prepare myself to jump, then looking down, seeing only cement. So I step away, retreat completely, until I find the courage to climb up the ladder again, walk out to the edge, and look down once more, hoping maybe this time I will see the water, that maybe this time I'll find the courage to jump. Maybe all this doubt of mine is God's way of talking to me. Maybe God has been having a conversation with me ever since the day I opened my phonics book and began to read about Greek gods. I want it to be this. I want it to be God's way of reaching for me. Through the voice, the words, the conversations I had with my mother while she was alive, with my father too, and my most cherished teachers, and so many wonderful friends. On my best days, it is this notion that shines through all of my darkness like sunlight. That afternoon with my mother explaining to me about faith was the start of a back and forth between us about God, religion, my atheism, that continued as I grew up, as I left the house for college and eventually went to grad school. My atheism, like a possession, an affliction. My mother wanted faith for me while she was alive more than anything. She'd throw it toward me like a lifeline, because it was a lifeline for her, tossing it outward like she was on a boat and I was in the sea drowning, even though I just sit there treading water in the darkness and the swells. I always refused to take what she offered, refusing to swim toward the rope. She kept trying to reach me with it anyway. She never stopped. Then she died, more than 20 years ago. Even after my mother's death, I still talked to her about faith, God, all she believed. Because she gave me this too, this notion that it is perfectly normal to talk to the dead. She did it all the time, so why shouldn't I? She talked to the saints. She talked to the people of her childhood long gone. So now I tilt my head toward the sky and imagine her up there in all that blue. I conjure her in my head while I'm cooking in the kitchen, hear her voice giving me directions. Because I know my mother was right about this. She was right to keep trying to convince me what faith could offer a person and sharing what it offered her during her time on this earth. I want that lifeline too.